plans and sell stuff based around fasting. And the one thing I want to say is, if you're interested in this, or you've been looking at fasting, is it's made way more complicated than it should be on the
internet. Alright, I want to say first off that it wasn't really too hard because I was eating at the moment I decided to take this challenge. It was a challenge for me. I don't know if it was a challenge for you, but so first it wasn't too hard because I was eating. So this was more like a recruit mode in a way. Well, not necessarily, because I intend to keep going. This is my second date. So maybe if I hit 3 days or 4 days, that would be like a sergeant mode. Things that I spotted early on was the necessity of letting it pass, like being softer with myself. Specifically, something like, listen to me, if you go for water, you might as well get something to eat, don't you think? Or if you go near the kitchen, you might as well get something when you enter it and you can eat, don't you think? Or like if you go to the bathroom and lose some liquid, you might as well go to the kitchen, repose it, and have something to eat, don't you think? Or like, if you can stand up, you might as well go to the fucking food! The next things, this was weird. The next thing was some weird cravings. It happened yesterday, and it was specifically like I was entering the bathroom and I wanted to jack off. And I was like, I don't even jack off. I don't even watch porn anymore. So what is this weird craving that is entering myself right now? But it was specifically the need for pleasure. Exactly, the need for pleasure. You see, as a compulsive eater like me, the midday meal was always like this point of recess. You get 1 carb, maybe 2 proteins. Protein. Okay, you get something like 1 carb, maybe 2 proteins, and a delicious fruit juice. God damn. So it's always this recess point in when you get all cloudy and you might take a nap and go up completely refreshed and focused to keep going the day, and I was sending everything to fuck off for 2 hours straight. But that's culture shit. I was like, man, oh man, I don't even watch porn anymore, and this motherfucker here trying to get me to that cloudy state the easiest way possible. I'm trying to replicate that shit the easiest way possible. So I told him, no, I'm not gonna buy into your treachery. Yeah, it's a guy, because it has been so. It is a boy. If it were a girl, she'd be like, you don't want to eat because I'm bad, and you like someone else, don't you? As I was writing this script, I was remembering a time that I was with a girl eating. We were eating to this plaza where they sell various foods, and I bought into this restaurant that appeared to be Mexican in some way, because it was where I used to eat. So I said like, hey, if it replaced the place that I used to eat in, maybe the food is good. So I was with this girl and we entered and we paid that stuff, and the food was horrible. And not even horrible, it was nasty. Imagine like a plate with a bunch of nachos and some groggy, weird cooked, weird tasty flavored meat on it, and some bad quality cheese on top. And on top of that, put strawberries with this fucking fruit, which I don't know the name of, with the leaves still on as a decoration. Like, what the fuck is that? It makes no sense. It was nasty. But here's the horrible part. My brain was remembering that shit, and she was like, ooh, that bad tasting, smelling garbage served on a plate. Yeah. So something like that would be like your current state near the afternoon. And you cannot buy into that because that's a very primal state. And once you are in it and you dwell into it, it doesn't seem like much. But when you look at it from afar, you start picturing it like the recreation I just did. So first obstacle passed. By this point, I was totally worried what passing the night in hunger could do to me, because sleepwalking to grab a bite is totally a possibility. So I started to put some obstacles in the way. So if I woke up to do so, in the better of cases, I hit my tiny fifth finger and wake up in triumph, realizing what I was doing, and go back to sleep, starving myself willingly. Perfect plan. If you're ever doing this, I highly recommend you to engage in some activity that consumes most of your time, because at a point I feel like I shouldn't be hungry. Why am I hungry? Okay, so let's step up and grab some bite. And then when I stepped up, I was like, why am I stepping up? I'm doing fasting. I shouldn't step up. Okay, let's go back to work. I also noticed that I wanted to sleep so bad as a response mechanism to avoid pain. Something to consider here, like depression. And that will happen. So, if you're like me, actually doing stuff is not enough. So you need to engage in some activity in order for you to keep up the first day, because you'll be constantly bombarded with distractions of how great would it be if you don't feel what you feel, and like your brain started to doing everything it can to distract you from the thing you're doing. So every time you pull back out of your work or whatever you're doing, you'd be like, oh, cereal. Nothing bad happens with cereal or a milkshake. It doesn't matter. You'll be like, God damn, I want to go for that shit. But like, if you step up and go, you already fuck it up. Not necessarily, because you could have a very nice control over if you step in the kitchen just for water and going back. But like, my point right here is that it will distract you from the thing that you're doing. So you better like what you're doing and need what you're doing in a way. Because also with the porn stuff, watching porn stuff, it looks for triggers in order to keep you away from it and like compensate for the thing that you're feeling here. At least it's in my case, because I'm a very compulsive eater. So at this point, your mind only becomes like, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. It's very repetitive. Like, it will become exactly like a scratch disc. Very repetitive. It's not even funny. Like, it's just boring, because the thoughts are always that. So if you drift around, you mostly drift around towards a form of compensation for the thing that your body is feeling. So you cannot buy into that either, because if you buy into that, Also, you're most likely going to do something that increase the pleasureness of it. For example, if you're playing video games, most likely you will see like, oh, if I grab a bite of pizza, it will enhance the gaming experience. I'm not necessarily telling you that you will do it, but it is easier for the brain to put those tricks on you, and you have to catch that up, because otherwise, if you don't catch that up, you will find yourself in the kitchen like staring all the food. And like, this is also a factor that I've noticed. I don't know why. I don't know if it is law of attraction or what kind of shit, but like, if you're doing the fasting, the first or the second day you will see food everywhere. So like an increasement of food everywhere. Like someone that do not like a girl that only posts stories about herself and how cute she is will post something with food on it. Or like in your home, people eat the thing you don't like. Very commonly, they cooked another thing that you very much do appreciate, and it's most likely to happen if you told him that you were going to do that. If you're living alone, it's easier, because like there would be no food prepared for nobody. So the only thing here that is going to put you down or make you fail is yourself. So it's easier that way. The point about all this is having auto control, and I do eat a lot. I do fucking eat a lot. Like, my record is having 4 lunches in a normal person size, like normal person lunch size. I had 4 of those. I eat a lot, and that also brings me to this thing that is, this is the second day, and I noticed in the morning that while I was cleaning myself up, I noticed the cravings of more dopamine in a way, because if you eat a lot, you have a disorder of wanting to seek pleasure in food. Like, answer yourself the question: if you do not receive any pleasure out of food, would you still eat as much as you eat? Actually, try to answer that, because right now to me it's being totally clear that I mostly eat out of pleasure. It's just pleasure seekment. It's not something I'm doing because of my health, or because I need to, or because it would be great if I had this pleasure. Nah, it's just that I feel bad for something and I need some form of compensation for it. It's just that. And I get tricked a lot of times thinking that is an enhancement when it's not. You're just seeking for something that you don't have out of another thing. And it's becoming very clear now. I don't know what my life would be after this, but I do enjoy having this much discipline. And I'm starting to see the benefits. Like, the benefits right now, today, the second day after spending all the night starving myself to death, was you had 2 sensations. It's like one bad, one good. The first one is more like alright, let's do it. Do it with me. You expel. The first sensation is gonna be this one. I'm trying to mimic you. I'm trying to mimic it here. The first thing you do is breathe. And in this point, you should expel all the air out of your lungs. And hold it. Let's see how much can you hold it. That was like 18 seconds. That's the first sensation that you have. And I don't know why is that, like it's you, like you need some kind of air compensation because you I don't know, your body's trying to compensate for everything is happening to it right now. It's like, hey, I've been eating all my life. I need something for this thing that you're doing to me. And the next thing is, this is when you start to notice the benefits. I don't feel foggy anymore in my head or cloudy or anything. That shit I enjoyed, I enjoyed that shit I enjoyed. I think I'm way past that now. Just in just a day and a half in. So imagine what would the benefits be if you do it for longer or consistently, like this guy used to do. This God does. So the next benefit would be that one. And to replicate that sensation to you, I don't know how I'm going to do it exactly, but let me come up with something. Okay. Try to picture yourself, like if you can close your eyes right now, try to picture yourself seeing in the back of your head, like just the base of your spine, like sink all your face there, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, everything. Your face is not here, it's here. Try to see the world through that. How the world would seem to be. How everything would look like. Is it different? What is the difference in it? And open your eyes. That sensation, most likely, but permanent. This is the second benefit. I'm very intrigued in what would be another kind of benefit if I keep going on with tomorrow, but in my culture it's very important to eat at lunch and to eat a lot, so like people here is freaking out. This is me doing an update. Had pretty much a rough day doing stuff that I kind of wanted to do, and right now I want to give myself some permission apart to play a little bit, because when I'm gonna be kicked out of this house, I'm not gonna have an Xbox or like a 4K TV that they just bought today. So I've been noticing this very big urge of like, hey, the kitchen is nearby, just grab a bite and enhance your gaming experience. And yeah, my fears in this in this regard, if I would say, were totally true. And like I almost even considered like to say in the video specifically that that sorry guys, I couldn't handle it, I was having a rough time, blah 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 blah, pure excuses, and just say that I gave into those desires and eat when I'm not doing 3-day fasting, just a 48, like just 2-day fasting. So tomorrow will be very easy for me, do another day, but right now it's being totally difficult. Let's see if tomorrow I can handle it and make it longer, which I don't think so, but we'll see. Decided to took full on this day as a third day of fasting. I'm just drinking water today. Just water. Here, got my water.
You know I got the fresh water.
The thing is though, even if I was starting to give in to my human necessities of eat, right now I don't want to, because the way that I view the world right now is totally different than the way I was viewing it 3 days ago. It's amazing. It's like when you have this sensation here, like in this part of your eye, like imagine yourself like you're here, yeah, you're here watching I don't know, whatever the hell you watch, Netflix or something, and you'll be like, oh man, This is so boring. I need something else. Maybe I'll grab a bite to eat. You go grab a bite to eat and you come back and you start watching like all in full on automatic click mode. Or when you're watching porn, you're like the video ended up there, you saw your own reflexes, your own reflex in the screen, in the black screen when the video ends, like that specific type of fogginess, of heaviness in this area of your mind is totally gone. Is gone. It doesn't exist no more. So, right now, it is like vanished. It's completely vanished. Like, right now, I feel like I can do anything. If I can control the shit, if I can control my most basic human need of eating, imagine how you'd be with the other necessity that is currently running the world, which is sex. Everything human beings do right now is about sex. And you cannot say that is not, because like in the case of woman, for example, like she might say like she wants to dress like a bitch and portray herself physically like a free liberated bitch because she is full of herself. It's not that. Like, hey, that's a mating thing. Like when you do that kind of stuff, you can attract the most mate partners you could possibly get. So if that's the outcome, the conscious process of her would be that one, but the outcome never changes. So she's actually seeking for that external validation in a way. Twerking, you might see it as a liberating thing as a woman, but in fact, it's just a mating ritual in a way. We don't see it logically like that because we're human, so we have to reason everything in terms of what we would like things to be according to our society. So in the case of a man, it would be more like if you bought, I don't know, I don't know anything about that because I was always a simple guy. But if you bought I don't know, Gucci shoes or something like that, and you'd be like posting pictures with Gucci shoes. What do you expect? You expect to you expect your friend to tell you, hey man, nice Gucci shoes? Fuck no. You expect at least one woman into your DMs talking about you something, at least something, or you yourself writing that woman in expecting she'll be with a better attitude after seeing the picture of your Gucci shoes. Everything in the world is run by sex. Sex is too big because it's being promoted in everything there is in the media right now, and the society right now is totally bombarded by media things, media stuff, even ourselves. People that are out the media are promoting this shit. This is very interesting how I feel right now because I was literally afraid a week, a month ago in all my life. It was the energy that I was putting out. You know, that, oh, what might the neighbors think? Would they woke up? Would they hear me talking to a camera? Oh no, that's the end of the world. They might think I'm crazy. Even when I said in my first video why you base yourself around mind chemical reactions of other people, I was fucking up too. And I couldn't see that. Right now I can see that. I don't know why. What is with the no PMO retention that is right now
it's not even conscious. It's not even conscious. I'm not fighting and struggling against it. But I tell you, man, this fasting thing, it enhances. It gives you a boost and an advantage over 90% of the people. The question now is, you want to take it or not? So like, I want to do a quick update because I'm gonna go to sleep. Today I felt like a king. But the thing is that right now, maybe as I just emptied the package of willpowerness, like I emptied all the willpower that I had because I was working too. And maybe because of that, I get this feeling of dizziness or drowsiness, and it's not pleasant. Then again, if you focus here, it goes away. But like, because I really need to eat, is this is the third day, is getting very intense. So you could harness this power because it is a power. In fact, it feels like that, and it also the other benefit that I see into this is that you're gonna know that you did it. Like, bitch, why am I gonna do this shit that wastes my time if I could starve myself 3 days? Or why would I dwell into stuff that is not worth it when I could apply a very good discipline and maintain it 3 days? That's the thing that you're gonna, that's a very big thing that you're gonna remember, and it's not gonna let you back down towards a path of whatever you were before. And it's, yeah, it's also like a superpower in a way. But I don't know, I think that is doing a fasting 3 days as a like doing your first fasting, for doing the fasting for the first time in 3 days, with 3 days, is is not that intelligent if you're starting with this. I did it because I'm crazy. But like, if you want to take care of your health, you shouldn't do 3 days the first time. Maybe two maximum, but not three. But yeah, all in all, the resume of it, tomorrow I will wake up and have some fruit with granola. But right now, all in all, wrapping this up is very good. Is very, you feel very empowered by doing this because you know that you have the capability of doing so. And if you have the capability of not being weak for your most primal need as a creature, you will know for certain that when you want to do something, you will do it. The other thing that I'm noticing is that the thing of constantly keeping the thought up about I need to eat, oh, this is not healthy, oh, I went too far, is gonna make you feel like dizzy and like you need to breathe or something. And that's just you. It is not really anything else. It's not the fasting. It is just you. And but it's really interesting how um that, like the thought of it and the neediness appears and make you and give you this horrible mental state. So that's something to consider and to keep watching when you do this. No, not keep watching. Like, when you watch it, let it go. Forget it. It's not there. It doesn't exist. So you have to be sure that you're gonna be safe. But if you start to feeling real like dizzy, yeah, uh, you should take action on that. But right now, I see that there's no problem with this. I'm just gonna go to bed and tomorrow eat something light and we'll see. It was a total success. So
me in I don't know. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Um, I I found sleeping this day the utmost difficult. It was I don't know. I don't even know what time of the day is, and I surely slept way past 2 in the morning or 3. Maybe because I was building the expectation of having something to eat today, so that disturbed my mental focus. Or like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I was just uncomfortable sleeping, and I never usually wake up at this time of the day. Oh, I wanted to keep going, but feeling the way I feel right now, like um, if you had a sack of, I don't know, coffee or cow manure over your head, I figure that it's just better to eat right now and going back to sleep, because I cannot stop sleeping and starving myself at the same time. So right now it doesn't feel so good because of that one night. So yeah, this is the result. I still encourage people to do it because it gives you this power sensation, power realization that you can do something beneficial to your life with your power of will. And I will just eat that piece of cereal that I told you about. I'm going back to sleep. Let's see if I can sleep. I don't know what happened. I don't feel. The strange thing is that you look like the stuff, everything at this point seems like more bright because of the focus. It's like more bright and sharp, like a 4K TV, and I have blurry vision. So this is very interesting for someone like me. But yeah, man, I think I cannot keep going with this. So I don't change anything I said the previous days. It's just that this day, this night specifically, was unexpected. So yeah, stay safe out there.